Hello.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
How are you guys doing today?
Good Lord, it's Monday.
Yeah, I kind of fucking hate it. I'm not going to lie.
It's not bad. We're here. We've just been hanging out. You've been playing video games. I've been watching.
Yeah, it was close. It was really close.
It was a close game.
I'm a little upset. And it really, what it came down to, it was, okay, so I'll paint the picture for you guys if you're interested.
The show.
It was, yeah.
MLB's The Show.
It's the baseball game. I was losing 6-5. The bases were loaded in the top of the ninth inning. I'm at the plate. There's 2 outs. And it's a full count, so 3 balls and 2 strikes. And fucking, like, he throws it, and I'm like, all right, reset. Navi is so excited. I think he thought I won. That he jumps up on me and starts licking me.
Like he's prone to do, yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I was phased. I was like, all right. I got to get you down. We got to finish this. And I swing and miss, and I lose the game by a point.
Yeah, and then Navi's just looking all happy and proud of himself. He ruined it.
Yeah, he tried so hard to benefit me, and the truth was it backfired entirely.
Made everything just real bad.
But it's, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't like doing this on Monday. This is awful.
You don't like it?
It feels foreign, okay?
Well, it is. We've never done this before.
It's just so strange, and it's almost... I want to say it's almost terrible.
Well, you're in luck because it's a pretty laid-back episode today.
Yeah.
It's going to be we are starting a cult, by the way, this Random Jake. Mitch isn't here because it's Monday.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
But pretty relaxed. We're just going to talk about some crazy old animals that may or may not exist anymore.
Yeah, we're here. It's sort of like the cryptid episodes we did, but instead of rehashing cryptids or going in the deep depths and finding ones that are like one encounter or just someone possibly made up in the sketchbook, we just decided to go with animals that are at least observed to be extinct right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And you know what? If you want to hear our thought process, because we weren't going to do this topic today, we were going to do Amityville, and then we were just like, wait, I think we may have done that pretty thoroughly. If you want to hear our thought process on how to fucking remedy that and come up with a new topic, go ahead and go to the link for the Patreon below there.
That is true.
Because it was captured within, I think, 7 seconds on one of those bonus episodes. So go ahead and check that out.
It really was. We just sort of, hey, how do you want to do this? And I was like, you know what I think I do.
How about it? Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we were up to.
Yeah.
And today we're going to reassure you guys on some animals that probably are dead. Maybe they're not, though. I don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know exactly what's going on.
I know at least one that you're going to bring up.
Oh, do we? Oh, yeah, you know. You know what's happening.
It starts with a T.
Yeah, it's the tetanus.
Like a shot?
Yeah, tetanus shot.
You need a tetanus shot.
But Jake, why don't you break the seal for us? Give us some nice animal.
Here, let's see. Deanosuchus.
Deanosuchus.
It's a huge alligator.
Oh, is it?
Basically, yeah, it's just like a 7-ton alligator that was alive with the fucking dinosaurs. The 36 feet long they were.
Really?
Isn't that insane?
Feet?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think we're in luck because they died roughly 83 million years ago.
83 million years ago, you say?
But like, as I was reading about this thing, which is just now, because I simply just have a list of crazy animals on my phone. It just makes me think of that fucking footage of the golf course in Florida with that enormous fucking alligator or crocodile or whatever that was.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
He's on the green. He's messing up my fucking handicap. But yeah, it's a huge ass thing. We'll post some fun pictures of these things. But yeah, 36 feet and he's 7 tons.
That's fucking absurd.
Feasted on dinosaurs similar in size.
So
it's taken on T-Rexes and shit.
What do we think, seeing something like this in the real world today, what would that even do for humanity? You know, we would probably be in shambles over this fucking thing.
We would definitely need to build our houses differently.
Yeah.
It would have to be like a Purge-esque thing where it's like, well, it's time, and then just every window and door gets covered with a sheet metal that's like fucking inches thick.
Yeah, we'd have to build up, we'd all be on stilts or some shit.
That'd be cool. Stilt society.
But yeah, there's no way that we could just move on about our lives normally. It simply could not be done.
No, yeah. If I run the risk of leaving my house and like finding myself directly underneath one of these things because they sound huge, I don't know if I would leave the house.
So do we think, again, putting it in today's world, just our day to day, do you think this thing could eat a semi-truck?
Let's see.
Do we think that that's a possibility?
36 feet long. I mean, it's probably it could rival a semi truck.
Yeah, I don't mean
I feel like
fight. You know,
if
like
they were in
could.
a game of chicken, it could come out on top.
Yeah,
it really could.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'm just you imagine one of these things like strapped to the back of a semi truck.
No, I can't, Jake.
You can't? No? It's like its jaws are fucking kept shut like so many lobster claws.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe a rubber band.
Just hanging out back there, like, don't pull too close because this thing will fucking rip your balls
straight
off.
out of a Kong movie.
But yeah, it's sort of, at least the image I'm getting is like in that new Jurassic Park, like that giant water dinosaur thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something like that is kind of what I'm envisioning.
You know what the next one is on this list I found?
What?
A 40-foot long one that was 110 million years ago.
Really?
So this one's got another 5 feet on it. What is it? Sarcosicus.
Sarcosicus.
Sarcosicus. Because it puts you in a sarcophagus, maybe. I don't know, but it's equally. I don't want to deal with that.
I said equally. I don't know if that's what I want.
This is 132 conical teeth that have been compared to railroad spikes.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So, and unlike many carnivores who have narrow teeth that are made for slashing, Sarcosicus's teeth were designed to grip its prey. So it just hangs on, it seems, and it's covered in bony armor.
In bony armor.
Bony armor.
Okay.
Yeah, to protect it from enemies. But yeah, it's just it's just like what was this thing's name? Dionysus. It's just like Dionysus, but it's 4 feet longer.
Oh, it's just a little bit longer.
And I'd imagine it's got maybe like, I don't know, 200 more pounds, 300 maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely got some extra mass
At least 200, maybe 5.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, so that's just a bunch of fucking lizards that you can still kind of see around, but they're way smaller today.
Yeah, and I think what's insane to me is the fact that they have lived for so long. I mean, these animals have been around pretty much since long before any remnant of humanity was ever around.
Yeah.
And they're just still here.
110 million years ago. Dude, can you imagine a fucking, just like any sort of alligator or crocodile that, with these fun names that I can't keep pronouncing, just in a death roll with a T-Rex? Can you imagine a T-Rex being succumbing to a death roll?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Now, to be fair,
it's a great thing in my head I'm watching right now.
It's mostly because two factors. First off, I've never seen a real T-Rex moving. I've seen things in museums and pictures and videos.
Okay,
but never anything obviously real because they were fucking dead.
Yeah, didn't they say? Isn't it like they're supposed to have feathers or some shit?
Supposedly, yeah.
Or they're just big old chickens.
Yeah, they got feathery skin or something.
Yeah.
But also just the sheer size. Even some of those videos where they'll grab a gazelle and they do it. You're watching. You're like, I know a gazelle isn't that big, but it's still kind of alarming to see. You're just watching this in horror, holy shit. Or even a wildebeest, a little bit meatier,
Yeah.
But a fucking T-Rex? No, I don't.
I don't know. It seems possible with this size.
Oh, it could, 100%, but it's terrifying to me to think that is real.
No. I guess this warrants being asked. What's the biggest animal you've been in the presence of? Maybe sea creatures. No, yeah, include sea creatures, I guess.
So are we saying in a zoo or something? Or are we
Anywhere.
talking, like,
I mean, if you,
in the wild,
I
like,
can't
you're
imagine
outside?
you're coming across too many things outside. We live in Gary.
The biggest
mean-
thing I think I've ever seen in person was a moose.
I think same.
That was it was quite jarring and terrifying to see.
Oh, I didn't. What about giraffes? You ever seen a giraffe at a zoo?
Yeah, I have.
Pretty,
But see, I would say
pretty long. Those
they're,
necks.
they're definitely the tallest thing I've ever seen. But if I'm going big, like, I mean, I'd say like a grizzly bear is way more intimidating to me than a giraffe.
Yeah,
Just because they're a lot buff or more buff, I guess.
they have meat. They have more meat because they eat a lot of meat.
But I mean, obviously, I would have to say that I've been in the presence of would probably be like a orca whale or something like that, like at SeaWorld.
Oh shit! You went to SeaWorld? Mm-hmm. Damn. Was its flipper all bendy and floppy?
A little bit. It was kind of cool. It was I mean, don't get me wrong. You're in like an outdoor auditorium, so the size is hard to compare, but they're pretty aggressively large, to say the very least. I mean, they're
Bigger
big.
than what my comfort allows.
Oh, 100%.
I would have to imagine.
They're big animals. And this is in no way... They would be decimated by these alligator crocodile monsters.
Yeah, they're too big. These crocodile monsters. What do you got? Because most of mine seem to be sea creatures, it looks like.
Yeah, sea creatures are fun. I gotta say, they're fun. I'm doing
Oh,
one...
wait. Oh, yeah, all right. No, I have some other ones, but go ahead.
I'm doing one that, obviously, this is the one that we all knew was coming because it's my absolute favorite. The Titanoboa.
There we go.
That thing, I'm sure people are a little bit more familiar with that, more so than anything, just because it's insane. But it was a snake that could be anywhere from 6 to 10 feet wide, like girthy.
Fucking stupid.
And it could top out at 50 feet long. So we're talking 5 stories tall. Like, if you laid it out, it could literally dangle off of a building that's 5 stories tall. You could stack 2 houses on top of each other, and this thing would be longer than those fucking houses. And just width-wise, it was wider than a vehicle. Okay?
Yeah, it could... it would have a hard time fitting in this room.
The best way I could describe it to you, if it was going straight, you're looking at about 2 school buses, like one behind the other. You're looking at that just coming at you.
Probably about as wide as maybe a semi-truck.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit wider than the bus, but you get like my image.
It's big. This is a big old slithery.
Yeah, these things could fucking decimate pretty much anything. They had no natural predators, to say the very least. I mean,
like, even today, like, there's the fucking footage of those giant, like, anacondas or whatever they are, like, suffocating alligators. Maybe that happened on a bigger scale millions of years ago with my boys, my crocodiles.
It's
type things.
It's kind of hard to explain, but they're giant fucking snakes. I mean,
it's really all you need. It's like, imagine this snake, but fucking enormous.
Yeah. So the average, at least estimated weight. Now we do have. I don't want to call it fossil records. It's because they don't really. They're snakes. They don't have like bones.
Well, they do. They're kind of like fish bones.
Yeah, it's like vertebrae almost, or like weird cartilage. But there actually is remnants, and they rebuilt like the model version out of the found fossilized cartilage. And it's fucking crazy, and it's estimated that they weighed anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds.
That's too much for a snake.
Yeah.
How do you slither with all that?
Pretty much. Now,
I'm imagining a glacier moving.
The cool thing about the Titanoboa is the fact that it came to be right after the extinction of the dinosaurs. So, like, the majority of the dinosaurs were gone at this point.
Oh, my.
And that's why it really had no natural predators, because it was the biggest fucking thing on the planet at that time.
Imagine it just moved, it just roved around like whatever fucking landscape it was on with its mouth open and yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it ate. It's like
I mean, in
can't
a much
imagine.
more exaggerated like visual, it's the Alaskan bullworm from SpongeBob.
I can't imagine it's very agile, but I also don't think it needs to be.
And yeah, it's one of those creatures. It obviously it's a boa. It lives and eats and kills based on constriction, and I mean essentially at least what they're saying. Now all of this is no one's ever seen one in real life, but this is all based on the math, I guess.
We got the bones,
the DNA, and
we
the
got
bones
the
and shit. But it is believed that they could kill pretty much any creature that's ever lived in the history of the planet.
What about a sperm whale?
I mean, probably. I feel like they could. I mean, you're talking 3,000. We'll say 2,500 pounds. We'll cut the difference. 2,500 pounds of pure muscle constricting over a beast that is 50 feet long. You're done. Like, you're fucking dead.
I'm kind of imagining the Titanoboa going inside of the sperm whale and acting as a sort of ringworm. Because, dude, sperm whales are fucking enormous. Have you looked up the specs on those motherfuckers? I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay.
If my phone behaves.
But yeah.
It seems to be frozen.
This snake, I can't give it justice. Like, I'm trying to explain this. So let me tell you this. Just so you have a little bit of basic background, the general area where it could have been found at that time would be in northeastern Colombia and Central America.
Okay.
Obviously off in the jungle somewhere, but this fucking thing... Okay, let's see. Is the Titanoboa... They're asking, could it beat the Megalodon in a fight? So you be the judge.
Here, well, all right. So first, the sperm whale. They're 45 tons.
45 tons.
45 tons, and they're 52 feet long.
Okay, so it probably could. I mean, I don't know.
I still think the ringworm theory has some legs there. I don't know. They could also live to be 70. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's a long. That's fucking
a long
crazy.
ass time.
But see, that's interesting because 45 tons is a stupid amount of weight, but the size, just lengthwise, is about even.
Yeah,
we're talking full grown.
No, you're right.
And I mean, you got to think. So what?
All right. Well, let's see here.
What does your average anaconda weigh? You know what I'm saying?
The average anaconda. Well, I'm on the Megalodon. I'm behind on the research. You keep throwing stuff out. Megalodon was 50 feet long, 400 million years ago, and it weighed 50 tons. So that's even more than a sperm whale.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Wait. What was the next thing you wanted?
What, like, nowadays we'll use an anaconda because that's like the largest snake.
Anaconda.
What's their average weight? And what could they... I feel like an anaconda could easily kill, like, a full-grown cow. 550
pounds.
So 550 pounds.
30 feet long.
And can it kill a cow? Can it do that?
Okay, I'm not going to type in "can anaconda kill cow," but I really think so. I heavily... If I had to guess and bet money, I'd say yes.
Okay. So we use that principle. Okay. We're going to multiply the weight of an anaconda by 5.
Okay.
You said 500 pounds, right? That's
550 pounds.
So multiply that by 5. That's what the Titanoboa weighs. So we could kill 5 cows at once with a Titanoboa. Can it kill the whale? I don't know. I don't think... Maybe.
So now this is up against 5 cows as opposed to a whale.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And do those equate?
In that theory, it could easily kill a cow, like 5 cows, right?
So if it was 5 anacondas, it would be 2,750 pounds.
Yeah.
of pure constricting snake.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, this thing is fucking insane. It could decimate villages. It could very easily just ruin everyone's day. It could literally take down a house. Like, if it wanted to, it could. Now you got to think, it's a snake, so it's not like out looking for trouble. But it
It's
could
in the jungle and going through swamps with ease.
Yeah, that's what makes it so scary. Is if you found this fucking thing, you're done. Like, you are done for.
If you found it, it found you. That's basically the takeaway here, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. So the Titanoboa is the largest snake that had ever lived. It died about 6 million years ago. It's believed that it was due to the changes in climate because, they're tropical animals, so as the temperature fluctuated, they simply just could not survive, and they died.
Sense. Too big. Too big for this planet.
And if you're wondering, it's the very simple explanation. If you're going to sit here and ask me, like, how the fuck is this possible? How does any of this make sense? There's no way it was that big. You got to keep in mind that the oxygen levels on Earth were much higher and much less polluted. So things were able to grow. It is believed that there were mosquitoes the size of small cars.
The size of small cars, you say?
Yeah, so like think of like a smart car.
Okay.
Or like a Mini Cooper.
That's fucking terrifying. So that's what was it? Skull Island, that movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's not as insane as it sounds, okay? Like, the idea of a giant fucking animal, it's very easy to be real.
Yeah. Do you want to hear about a tall-ass bear?
Is it the Arctidus?
Yeah.
That thing is fucking crazy.
9.5 feet tall. Dude, and it was 11,000 to 800 years ago is when they lived. So that was, like, not that long ago. In the grand scheme of what we're talking about, I suppose.
Yeah, but, fair enough.
little distinguishing features section. This short-faced bear sounds cute. However, it was nearly as tall as a basketball hoop. So that rhymed unintentionally, I feel like. The bears were larger than any bear that's alive today, and their claw marks have been found on cave walls up to 16 feet above the ground.
Jesus.
It lived in North America, with most of them roaming around what is now California. And now it's on fire.
Yeah, now it is. It's just a big old fire pit.
Anyway, yeah, that's a 10-foot bear, roughly. Arctidus.
Yeah, I believe that's how I would pronounce it. I don't know.
These guys' jaws look fucking crazy.
But yeah, the Arctidus, it's essentially a massive fucking bear.
The Arctidus. Okay? Yeah.
I got one for you. This one's really short and sweet.
This article's crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
And it's not what you, like. I'll explain it, and then it'll really kill itself pretty quickly with momentum.
Kill itself.
But there was something that is simply just called the walking worm. Okay.
I'm just imagining like a centipede with boots on or something.
It's a worm that walks on hind legs. It's believed that they were tentacles and it had mouths on both ends of its body. And it was a worm that could stand and kind of maneuver its way out of the water onto land. It's kind of crazy. But if it makes you feel any better, the actual species name is called the Hallucigenia fortis. Because it seems like it's fucking made up. But if it makes you feel any better, they were only 2 inches long.
That doesn't make it better. That makes it more. It's more feasible for them to be in my ear and nose.
Oh, absolutely. That's
what that makes it for me.
Absolutely.
Like that.
I mean, this thing it could worm its way into you. For sure.
It's like that urethra thing in the Amazon.
Yeah. So the walking worm. It's a little tiny guy, but it's a worm with legs. It's you don't want to deal with it.
To say a worm is walking amongst us. That's not something you ever want to hear.
Yeah, and mean it,
metaphorically or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever seen that picture of that fucking shark with like the circular saw blade going like a way that you would not expect?
Yeah.
In its mouth. I always thought that was like not real.
Oh, it's real.
But it was real. It was the helicoprion.
The helicopter machine.
The helicopter. It was fucking 25 feet long. Lived 270 million years ago, and this terrifying fish had a lower jaw filled with jagged teeth, while its top jaw sat empty. So it just had nothing on the top.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just a circular saw in a fish, and it was millions of years ago. As if they weren't creepy enough, the Helicoprion's bottom jaw is shaped like a buzzsaw, yeah, just like I said. Well, that's it. All right. Well, don't want to come across that, huh? Does this just cut its prey in half? How does it eat?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like it would just have to keep cutting chunks into halves.
Yeah, it would just have to keep biting and biting.
And then swallowing them like pills.
Pretty much. Yeah, the things in the water are much more intimidating to me because you don't know what's in there.
I don't belong in there. I can't breathe there.
It's so vast that what did they say? That water can only scratch like less than 10% of the actual surface. So like if you're in the water and you're down far enough to where you could still visibly see without a flashlight, you're not even in the 90% extra of the ocean.
Yeah, it's a pretty deep place.
Not even to mention the fact that once you're there, you get how many miles does it stretch in one direction? Just across. We're not even talking down. And then the weird caverns and the weird openings and holes and shit they got. It's bad.
I don't want to be there.
It's bad.
I don't think anyone should go. But it is crazy to think that we know more about space than we do about the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Like, that's always the stupidest sounding statistic that's just real.
It is.
It's fucking terrifying.
It's kind of hard to
You're
comprehend.
Like, let's go on a cruise. It's like, no, let's like fucking stay landlocked.
I think the thing with the ocean, now this is just me. I'm not a marine biologist. I'm not someone that knows the ocean like that. To me, it's that we have no reason to believe that there's anything out there in invisible space that could do us harm, or simply so large that just stumbling upon it would be enough to kill you if it like bumped into you. There's no reason to think that any of that is out there right now.
It's like the ancient ones or is that what they call it in fucking like Cthulhu?
Yeah,
there's like the forbidden gods or dead gods or
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The ancient ones.
We don't have any reason to suspect that there's stuff like that out there. Even if you believe in, aliens and stuff, there's no reason to suspect that they're out there waiting to just kill anyone that comes out. But the ocean is sort of the exact opposite. We don't know what's in there. We can't see what's in there. And the shit that we do know is in there is terrifying.
Some of it's fucking wild.
It is. I mean, there's a 45-ton, 50-foot monster that just swims around and does its own thing. And we see that.
Like, we name it after ejaculate.
Yeah, we see it. Like, we know that it exists. This isn't something that is so far below the surface that we can't even grasp it. Maybe that's why we tend to stay out of there,
Yeah. Do you ever have that kid in elementary school, middle school, who was like, hey, you know why the oceans are so salty? Sperm whales. They're just coming all the time.
Yeah, I heard that.
Why was that like a pervading rumor in like every school?
I'm not sure, but it is fun. It's a fun little theory.
Yeah, sperm whales just come, and that's why it's so salty.
Yeah, that's why everything's gross down here, because it's just covered in fucking whale ejaculate.
Whale jizz.
But yeah, the ocean is not a force to be reckoned with.
No, I wouldn't reckon with it.
And the scariest fact of all is that eventually on this planet, the poles are going to shift, and what is now land will be consumed by the ocean. So we have that to look forward to.
Yeah, say goodbye to Venice, say goodbye to the Keys, probably a lot of California's coast.
I would venture to say goodbye to about 80% of land as you know it right now. When's that going to happen? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but we'll deal with it when we get to it.
I don't know either. But here's something to make you more afraid of being on land. How about that? Euphobaria armigera.
Yeah, the Euphobaria.
That sounds like a fun festival, but no, it's a 3-foot-long fucking millipede.
Oh.
Yeah, from the late Jurassic period, roughly 250 million years ago. So yeah, 3 feet long. They weren't just giant millipedes. They were walking amongst the biggest. Well, no, they weren't. They were amongst the biggest arthropods ever to walk the earth. The average size of like a modern millipede is about an inch, and these are again 3 feet. All right, so which means over the course of hundreds of millions of years, the arthropod family has shrunk down from its absolutely unimaginable to the manageable yet still gross size that they are today.
Damn. Okay.
Look at this drawing.
Holy shit. I don't want to.
It's just... Oh,
That's just pencil on paper.
You just don't want that. It's a drawing, and it's still terrifying.
Yeah, that is just pencil on paper, and it's still terrifying.
So you know centipedes? Think of a centipede out there. Now multiply that by 36.
No.
And it's one guy, and it's about probably as thick as a Pringles can, maybe thicker. And its legs, maybe you could pick your teeth with them. You could probably use the legs as a wine stopper. I'd think.
Yeah, I don't even want to envision that, okay?
So yeah, that's on land. So maybe the ocean, you would probably survive in the ocean, bro. What do you think?
I wonder. I can
imagine,
probably could.
Yeah, 3 foot millipedes swimming. I get it like a water moccasin.
Yeah, doing like that weird coiling, turning, blah, 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 that thing. That's what I call it.
Yeah, the blah, 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 blah.
Now, how about this? You guys ever been to a major city and you've seen like a nice rat and you've seen some big ones?
Seen a nice rat?
Seen some big ones?
Yeah.
Well, how about the fucking Phoberomys pattersoni, okay? They were...
Sounds like a Buca de Beppo order, dude.
The Phoberomys pattersoni. So this was a rat that was roughly the size of a bull. They could grow to about 10 feet long, and they had roughly 5 foot long tails.
Jesus.
They're often referred to nowadays simply as ratzillas. They were fucking enormous. Now, luckily, they were not carnivores, but they had 2 incisors on both sides of their mouths that measured in at over 13 inches each.
Good fucking Lord.
Yeah. The Phoberomys pattersoni, or Phoberomys pattersoni, was a fucking rat that had a baseball-sized tooth, and it was about 10 feet long, 15 if you count the tail.
And now he's just used at strikes for major companies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
the
just
Phoberomys pattersonis, baby.
Yeah, just a big blow-up Pattersoni.
I got another one. This one, we're going to the sea. We're going to air, land, and sea, okay?
Yeah.
This one is called the Anomalocaris, okay?
It's an anomaly.
And it's a shrimp. And it roughly translates, no, actually not roughly, it quite literally translates to abnormal shrimp, okay?
Okay.
And they were 6 feet long, carnivorous mollusks that had tentacles with hundreds of teeth on each tentacle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were meat-eating shrimp that just had fucking arms that had teeth on them, and they were abnormal shrimps. That's what you get.
These are some abnormal shrimps.
Yeah.
They got teeth on their... So they just have weapons as appendages. They're just weapon appendages.
Yeah, basically.
How big were these things?
About 6 feet.
6 feet shrimp?
Yeah, 6 foot
That's
shrimp.
me. That's if I was a shrimp with fucking blades everywhere.
It's a 6 foot shrimp. How about that one?
Oh my god. You want to hear about a 24-foot long bird?
You know what? I do.
The Peligornis sandersy.
That sounds like I don't even...
All these names are so stupid.
Sounds like an athlete from, like, Spain.
Peligornis sandersy. Up next to bat. 24-foot fucking wingspan. 25 million years ago. It had massive wings and tiny legs, very small legs. But, you know, the wings make up for it, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree.
They were so big that the bird didn't need to flap them to fly. He could just fucking expand them.
Yeah, he just kind of like soared.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, look at that fucking thing.
Holy Moses.
Looks like a pterodactyl, but missing some stuff. Yeah, again, I'll post a lot of these things to the Instagram. Maybe even the TikTok. Who knows? Maybe the TikTok plug. Wasac_pod.
There you go.
All right, go follow that.
How about that? You guys like that?
You like that? And the 24-foot-long wingspan of the 25-million-year-old Peligornis sandersy?
Yeah, the Peligornis sandersy, dude. I love that thing.
Peligornis sandersy.
I got an interesting bird. I'm gonna piggyback off this one. Okay,
right,
this one's called the terror bird.
Oh my god.
I'm really gonna try to pronounce this. It is the Sarcosuchus.
Yeah.
Essentially it translates to terror bird, and they lived in North and South America until about 2 million years ago.
All right. Pretty recent.
They were roughly 10 feet tall, and that wasn't the weird thing. The weird thing was that their beaks were so incredibly strong that was the only weapon they had, and they could kill essentially any animal by poking their beak in through your skull and puncturing the brain.
Good Lord.
And that is how they were predators, and that's how they would kill their prey.
They were just woodpeckers for living animals.
Yeah, they're skull peckers. They were very easy, they would decimate your brain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how about that?
That's pretty fucking big. Hey, you want to hear about a big old sloth?
You know what? I do. I love these guys.
Megatherium.
The Megatherium.
The Megatherium. He was 23-foot tall fucking sloth. It was a giant ground sloth that was as tall as a modern elephant.
Good Lord. Can you imagine the smell?
It probably smelled just, oh god, awful. Dude, have you ever taken out the trash and farted? And just been in awe of the creation you've made?
Of the combination
of
scent? Yeah.
I did that yesterday. It was breathtaking, quite literally.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyone that's like, that's so gross, everybody's done that at least once unintentionally.
Yeah.
It's just it's the natural order of scent and smell.
You're bending over and changing the bag. Oh, it slipped out, and then you're smelling the trash. You're smelling yourself. You're just like, oh god.
Yeah, it happens.
This is why plumbing is just a godsend.
Oh, yeah, running water is amazing.
Yeah, but the Megatherium did not have that, so yeah, it probably smelled pretty bad. It sounds cute, right? It's just like a fucking sloth, but it's just real big. But imagine something as lumbering as a sloth that weighs 7 tons just coming at you. Like, are you a tree? Are you something I can eat?
Yeah, are you a thing?
It says it probably couldn't chase you down, but it had huge claws and teeth that could do some damage. Luckily, these monster sloths mostly fed on leaves that they munched off of trees. And I know I'm showing you a lot of pictures, but this one's actually worth looking at.
It looks like a big beaver. The big fat beaver.
Good Lord, he's like going at this thing like a lover.
All right. Like a lover.
Like a lover. Look at this tree right here. Jesus.
He's like, come on, baby. Give me some sugar.
His tail is so stupid. Dude, look at the tail.
It's like a big flat.
It's just a big old floppy triangle.
It's a big old flat fucking tail. I like it.
Megatherium.
The Megatherium. Isn't that... Some of these animals are just truly kind of horrific. If these things were alive now, we really would be probably dead because of them.
Well, yeah, yeah. I'd be done for by the Megatherium.
That's the one that would do you in?
That's the one. I would dress up as a leaf. If I lost the will to live, it was like, it's too dangerous out here. I'm going to die in the least most expected way that someone might think.
I got two more. I don't know how many you got left.
Oh, I'm just going through this list. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go. I'll stick with the sea creature, and I'll round it out with one that we all love and we all want to talk about.
Does it start with a G?
Well, not this one.
Okay. Well, that's not what I was asking.
This one is called the Jackalopeus.
Like a jackalope?
The Jackalopeus.
A rabbit with antlers?
These 3 words. It equals 3 words. It equals giant sea scorpion. Okay?
That doesn't sound pleasant.
They were 8 feet long arthropods that lived in water and had massive pincher claws. So think of a scorpion that's 8 feet long and swims, but on its little pinchers, it's got 18-inch spikes. Okay?
Are they like just one on each pincher, or just like it's like a set of teeth? These pinchers.
Is
it like a jaw?
Yeah, it's like a little mini jaw. Kind of like the. Well, it's like the scorpion now. I wouldn't say it's like a jaw, but it's got these spikes inside of it that are roughly 18 inches long.
Good Lord.
So it could shred. Okay, it could shred.
Shredding.
And they mostly stayed in the water, but they would come out of the water to mate. And they could very, very easily just turn somebody into pulled pork. I mean, without a doubt.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Without a doubt, just turn you into just a fucking...
Just a nice barbecue meal, like a platter.
Essentially...
Served with pickles, you'd be.
Essentially, yeah, you would just be turned into a nice barbecue meal. And that's how your night would end.
Yeah.
How about that one?
Your blood is the sauce. Does the other one start with a G?
Yes.
Okay. I think I know what it is, so I'll divert to something else. Let's see. Adustus.
Oh, the Adustus.
Adustus. It's another shark, but it looks like a literal drawing that a child did. Like, look the way its jaws go.
It's got like
it
a
does
dolphin.
not look
It's got like a
effective.
dolphin mouth.
Yeah. It's like approximately 20 feet. Roughly 300 million years ago.
Okay.
Known as the scissor-toothed shark, this creature is believed to have been one of the most fearsome animals in the water in its heyday. Like, oh, fuck. God damn. My phone just fucked up.
Wait, what did it do?
Oh, it just went to the top of the list. God damn it.
Oh, it's
I don't know why this website is like freaking out my phone.
It couldn't do it, dude. Your phone's not ready for this information.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go to something at the top here. This one, Dunklistos.
Dunklistos.
Dunkelostus.
All right.
How do you pronounce that? Dunkelostus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a big walrus.
Yeah, Dunkelostus. It's just like one of those things.
It's
in
just
the
one
water.
of those things.
It's just one of those things in the water. 26 to 32 feet long. All right, they lived in the Devonian period, so roughly 360 to 370 million years ago. They're large, angry fish, and they were built to hunt. So their teeth, their jaws just look like they were literally carved out of stone.
Like they're large, angry fish.
But yeah, it's actually like their teeth are connected to their jaws. They're just sharpened bone, pretty much. It didn't actually have teeth, however. It did have giant bones protruding from its mouth, and they were ready to chomp at whatever was in front of them.
Yeah, whatever
Mostly
was coming
fish.
your way.
Yeah. They kind of look like an anus in the back of that shot.
A little bit, yeah. It's got like that starfish look to it.
Yeah, it's just a direct canal.
Right into the
Just
fucking
right into
gullet.
the mouth, and you can see where it comes out. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Big old fish.
I'm going to end mine on a very happy note for all of us podcast listeners. We're
Does
going to
it end in an S?
It obviously, you know what this is. It's Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus?
Now, Gigantopithecus, for all the Bigfoot deniers out there is in no way... Wait, I don't know what I was going to say.
What?
I paused for
what
too long.
happened?
No, I know what I was going to say. There is in no way you cannot deny that the Bigfoot at one point in time was essentially a real animal in the form of Gigantopithecus.
You fucked up the negatives there.
Yeah. So, and this one is extremely recent. Gigantopithecus was around about 100,000 years ago. Not that long ago, at least on a historical scale, as far as animal lineage.
Not
go.
really, yeah. I mean, it was a 10-foot big old monkey.
Yeah, and they're the ancestors to today's modern apes. They measured roughly 10 feet tall. They were typically vegetarian. And the male Gigantopithecus, it was believed that they had an arm span of about 12 feet. So they were just big, tall monkeys with crazy long arms that walked upright. And they roamed around Asia. And they finally died off, they say with about 100,000 years. It's an approximate guess. Okay?
Who knows? Maybe one fell under a rock, fell asleep.
Yeah, for 100,000 years.
And now he's just roaming around.
We don't know. But it is true that in a weird sense, Bigfoot at one point in time did exist. Did truly exist.
The Gigantopithecus?
So Gigantopithecus was a real creature. It is now believed to be extinct. But it could possibly explain Bigfoot sightings. Perhaps they're still around. Perhaps they're weird mutations or something like that. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, those are my extinct animals. Those are the ones that I brought to the lunch table today.
Yeah.
We covered everything from things in the water to giant fucking snakes that could kill 5 cows at once. Possibly a sperm whale if the conditions were right.
I think a sperm whale is like 5 cows. Maybe a few more cows.
I think weight-wise, we're probably talking about 10 cows or 20
That's a lot
cows.
of cows, yeah. How much does a cow weigh?
I'd venture a guess.
300 pounds?
Oh, are you shitting me? I would say a ton, right? That'd be like my guess.
Somewhere around there.
I'll find that answer. How much does a cow weigh?
Full-size cow.
Yeah. A full size. We gotta specify.
So, yeah, say full-size cow hasn't been milked yet today.
How much does a cow cost?
Yeah, I don't know how much milk in weight each produces. I don't know.
Okay, so a female adult cow is roughly 1,600 pounds.
Okay.
And a male adult bull is typically 2,400 pounds.
All right, so you were pretty in the ballpark there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and split that difference and call it an even ton is what a cow is roughly going to weigh, especially if it's a little on the husky side.
What is this team of cows that's taking on the Titanoboa? Is it like like 2 couples and their son? Or like is it like what's the gender?
I don't think it matters. It's just cows. They're just fucking bovines. It's a bovine fight against a giant snake, and I'm rooting for the cows, but I'm thinking the snake takes it pretty easy.
The snake might take it. Yeah, I feel like the cows would be a bit wary around it. Maybe run away.
To me, the scariest thing about Titanoboa is like, how do you kill it? You know, unless you get like a perfect headshot. It is so thick. I feel like you would need explosives.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to need some dynamite, maybe a bazooka.
You would need something that blows up, because there's no way a gun that you could just go buy at a gun store would be enough to kill the Titanoboa unless you're perfect shot and it just so happens to be facing the right direction for you.
Maybe you just punch a few holes with a 357 or something and like use it as target practice. I can't imagine it's very quick.
Yeah, I mean,
just a couple of rounds in there.
It could definitely bleed out, like without a doubt. But the true question is, are you going to be around long enough to see that happen before it just starts thrashing on you?
Yeah. How do you think it would fare with a chainsaw?
Like
not one of those bitty ones too, like ones from like Mandy.
Yeah, my thing. You could very easily. It would take you a couple minutes to get through it, but the thing with snakes they don't have to. They're not clunky in that way. So I feel like if it really wanted to, by the time you start cutting it, it could just swing back around and be facing you, ready to die. So that's
when you have the
dead.
357 in the other hand, and you just right between the eyes.
Yeah, like
maybe
that.
I don't know.
That's a rough one.
What a crazy image! Just like you're along the side of a huge Titanoboa, cutting it in half with a chainsaw with one hand. Then it turns around. You have a fucking gun.
Yeah,
that'd be an amazing scene. We need to write this movie.
Titanoboa was not ready for this situation to unfold.
It'd be like those trash rooms in like the fucking like the campuses of art schools where it's like you go in this room, you can draw on the walls, you can break shit, you can do anything. Wouldn't that be a fun concept for killing a gigantic snake?
It would be.
There's like a storeroom of different things you could use, like different implements.
I'm in. I'm in to see it.
I'm in for that too. I would love to kill a gigantic snake with I don't know, like a sledgehammer.
Just to try it. Just to see.
Just to see.
I'm not. I don't want to hurt an animal, but like if an anaconda was like tying somebody up, it'd be like, get the sledgehammer.
Well, yeah.
Bash its fucking brain in.
Yeah, the backstory is always going to be like, this is the reason anyone who's died in your family has died. And it's like, oh, I'm going to kill that thing.
Yeah, one snake
I'm
has
fucking kill that guy.
One snake has just hunted your family for some reason. It could happen.
Snake vendetta. Yeah.
But, I mean, I think with all that, I think that's pretty much the episode. I think that was
pretty much is, yeah. Sorry about the whole, like, schedule change, but as of right now, with the conclusion of this episode, it's all rectified.
Yeah, we're back on track. We'll be back on Friday with another episode. We're back on routine, back on the Friday schedule. You missed 1 week, but you got an extra this week, so it did even itself out for you.
You've been episode.
You have.
Yeah.
You really have. It's come back to you tenfold. But yeah, I mean, I think with that's effectively our episode for the week. And it's on a Monday, so that's weird.
Yeah, Monday. I forgot about that. I have to work so much this week. All right, so yeah, we are starting a cult. That's Grant Up Jake. Mitch is not here again. It's Monday.
Yeah.
He's working. You can follow us on all the shit, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can do it Instagram more than likely. And then what do you got? YouTube. You can subscribe there, like it, subscribe there. Always, please. It's always going to be good for us. What else we got? Email, startacult@gmail.com.
That's true.
Send us anything you want.
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Tell us how you've been. Sure.
And I was just recently made aware that someone I just know is kind of acquaintance. He's a cool guy. He's a good friend of mine. He just listens to the show. He had no idea it was us.
There you go.
He's listened for a long time, and I was just like, oh my God. So Matt, hello. Awesome.
Hello.
Mike.
Goodbye now.
Mike, rather.
I was like, man.
It's Mike. I was thinking Carlton right now. I was just like, why did I say Matt? It's Mike.
Fucked it up.
It's Mike. Mike, hello.
He fucked
but
it up.
also, there is a fucking link below for the Patreon. And I know one of our patrons wants a shirt. I'm told by Mike that he wants a shirt, but he hasn't told us because he hasn't given us the information. Give us your address.
Yeah,
we'll send you a shirt.
We got to send one out to
Post
another
haste.
patron. So we could do both. We could just send them out together. It could be perfectly kismet.
Post haste.
But yeah, so we have not forgotten. We're on the hunt for that. We got to get one more detail of someone else's location so we can send that over to somebody else. But other than that, the shirts will be coming pretty soon, I would say.
Yes.
Don't worry. The
answer is yes. Oh, and also TikTok again. It's WASAC_pod.
It is. So
follow that on up.
We'll see you guys on Friday.
We will.
Bye.
Bananas, yeah.